Another beautiful day today. I went and swung the golf club a little bit. And you know what? Swinging the golf club in better weather doesn't make my game any better.
It doesn't, no. I mean, we could try. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. But I'll tell you, this has been some glorious weather, and we have some more beautiful weather for the weekend, too. I mean, we're going to struggle a little bit. There are a lot of clouds around in the morning, Friday morning and Saturday morning. I'm not going to mince words. You know, it's an overcast start in many cases. It'll be a gray start. Could get a sprinkle, as in like maybe some mist, but that does dissolve into the afternoon. So we'll call it a decent weekend. And then Sunday is the pick. Really, we're back into sunshine and warming next week, too. Temperatures have settled back into the 50s in Dover, Hopkinton, and also Sudbury. Haverhill's 58. We're in the 60s out there, Cape Cod, low 60s and mid 60s. The dew points are coming up, so the lows won't be all that low tonight. And those dew points in the 50s now, even close to 60 degrees with the winds coming onshore now. We could see those 60-degree dew points starting tomorrow, especially tomorrow afternoon, and then on Saturday. Of course, that feeds the fog and low cloudiness, too, this time of year because the nights are longer. But then the big drop-off on Sunday into Monday and into early next week as well. So this is not going to be sticking around. You can see those clouds reach out, and it's from this ocean storm that is developing and has some potential to actually develop into a subtropical system. Not yet giving it a name, but I'll tell you, those winds and also maybe the surf here, more likely the surf than the wind. Rough surf, 4 to 9 foot waves on Cape Cod, and that will create rip currents all up and down the North Shore and the South Shore. Cape Ann, through the islands too. Beware if you're going to be at the beaches. Just take it easy. Not necessarily the best beach weekend, especially with those murky starts, but, you know, it's not half bad either. There goes the storm into Nova Scotia. Quite a bit of rain, and that could become a storm system that could get a name, a subtropical system, 30% chance. We'll get into that in a second. But this is the other system coming in for the weekend that brings us the rain from the west. You can see that arrive on Saturday in the afternoon and evening. This isn't a lot of rain. If you're looking for this to water your lawn and garden, yeah, maybe not. It might get you at least a puddle, but that's about it. And then it moves away, and Sunday looking glorious. Look at all that sunshine all day Sunday. So if we're timing things out, it's by 6 p.m. on Saturday evening that arrives in Western Mass, and the rest of us by 9 o'clock. And then out across the South Shore and down through the Cape, it's more like 11 to midnight. Again, the rainfall amounts, I think, are just going to be upsetting or disappointing. 0.2 of an inch, maybe 1/10 of an inch. Things have dried out. We're not in a drought, but, you know, it would be nice to at least keep the lawns and gardens green through the next couple of weeks. Temps in the 70s tomorrow, warmest away from the coastline. And then Saturday, everybody gets a chance to get back into the mid and upper 70s. Sunday, low 70s. The air is cooler and a lot drier, too. So we look at this potential here, and honestly, if this were a normal season, a very active season, these would be red or orange, 60, 80% chance of development. We have things that are limping along here, just barely making it and staying alive as thunderstorms. That's all we have. We don't really have any organization, but the best chance for something developing is right off the eastern seaboard, right off of Nantucket. And that's the wind and wave that we'll see out over the islands and the Cape, but most of us will be seeing just some clouds from that. Next week, going into the 80s, especially away from the coastline starting Tuesday, and that could carry through Friday. What a nice stretch of weather. We're back after the break.